So good morning everyone. Today we will discuss about the another important topic of the reproductive health. That is nothing but what? MTP. What do you mean by MTP? So last class we have studied about what? So we have studied about the contraceptive methods. Today we are going to discuss about MTP. MTP is nothing but what? Medical termination of pregnancy. So MTP is nothing but what? It is a medical termination of the pregnancy. So which is also called as MTP. So what is medical termination of pregnancy? So it is an intentional or the voluntary termination of the pregnancy. That means before the fetus is fully dumb, it is terminated. That means they are voluntarily or wantedly they are terminating the pregnancy. Or we can say voluntarily terminating the pregnancy. So before how we are going to terminate, how they are going to terminate, before that means before the fetus has been fully grown, they are going to terminate. So it is nothing but abortion. We can also give a word called as abortion. It is nothing but what? Abortion, aborting the fetus before they are fully term. So as we know that the gestation period is 9 months in human being, right? So before it is completely, that is, it is fully developed, it has been terminated. It is done wantedly. So actually it was first legalized in India in 1971. It is first legalized in India in 1971. So MTP are banned now. So why this MTP is banned? So why it is not at all legalized? So like it was legalized in 1971, but not all the time the MTPs are advised. So as we know that, what do you mean by MTP? It is nothing but what? Wantedly or the voluntarily the terminating of the fetus when it is before. That means the fetus is completely or the fully term. So before that only they are going to abort the fetus. Understood? That is nothing but MTP. So it is in India 1971. At the time of 1971 it has been legalized. So now it is banned. So why it is banned? Why it is not at all legalized? So why it is? Because it has been misused. The one most of the thing it is misused. So misuse in what ways? So to eliminate the illegal pregnancy. So sometimes so many they have the illegal affairs, they can be got pregnant. So by that time they used to terminate that baby. So that has been misused. That is the one thing, to eliminate the illegal pregnancy. So that is why they have it is MTP is not, it is banned. It is not at all advised at any time. So unknowingly they have become a pregnant. In that case they will move to the doctor with the advice. As I know, when it is misused, so if the couples or the marriage adults, so if they unknowingly they got a pregnant, means they have to go to the doctor, they have to take an advice. So if they don't want to get a baby, they can abort. So before the gestation period, that is if the fetus is fully developed, it is very difficult to get aborted. So before that, with the advice of the doctor, they can they can abort, they can undergo the MTP. So with the advice of the doctor only. So before the before the gestation period. So it is a voluntary abortion. So that means wantedly aborting a baby. So as they are misused in the younger generation, as I told, it is banned because they are misusing. Before, why it is misused? In most of the younger generation, they are misusing this MTP. So that is why it is banned. And also it has been misused for killing a female feticides. So as we know that, so in most of the time in villages or in any other towns and this even in the cities also, so if the fetus has been got to know it is a female, they used to kill that female feticide. So for that only this MTP has been banned. So that is the one thing. So either if the male or the female baby it is in the fetus, we have a equal right. So we don't have any one to kill the female or a boy. So we should not do that. That is the thing. It has been banned. So in most of the time, so it is that is it is being misused to kill what? Female feticide. So if they come across it, as I told, what is the test used to get to know the sex determination of a baby? It is the amniocentesis. As we know that, what do you mean by amniocentesis? Hope you remember, we have discussed about this thing. So it is a sex determination. Amniocentesis is a sex determination where so neither it is a male, or we can guess through with that test. That means either it is a male or a female, depending how we are going to do this, depending upon the chromosomal pattern on the amniotic field which is surrounded what? The developing embryo. So through this amniocentesis, it has to detect the what? It has to detect the sex of a fetus. So that is the one thing it has been banned. So that is also banned, because if they got to know that if it is a fetus is a female, it may go to MTP. That means they used to kill the female feticides. So that is why it is banned. So that is that if they come across a female fetus, it as they are misusing and they are undergo for the abortion. So that is the reason the MTPs are banned. But not all the time, for some time. So if that means every time it is not at all they are going to for the MTP. So in some cases, some situations, so they have to suggest for an MTP. So if if I am telling like that, if the female will come across any abnormalities in the fetus, so if they undergo the first scanning, they got to know that what are all the abnormalities of the fetus. So if they come across that, so they can, under the guidance, under the advice of the doctor, they has to terminate that fetus. So if the female come across any abnormalities in the fetus, she has to undergo abortion. So under the what? Under the advice of the doctor with the expert gynecologist or the expert doctor. So when it is advised, at what time it has been advised? So as I said, when it is an unwanted pregnancy, it is advised only when there is a complication or the emergency cases. Only that time it has been advised. So if the pregnancy is harmful, that means if the pregnancy is harmful for the mother as well as the fetus. So if the pregnancy, if there is any complication in the pregnancy, it may causes what? It may harmful the pregnant woman and also the child, or by the time, or we can say both of them can be harmful. So by the time the doctor will advise the MTP. So if she continue, so what shall happen? So if she continue with the complication also, she is ready to get a baby. So by the time what will happen? She may leads to death of the baby, or she may die. So that is the complications. So if she continues with the pregnancy, it may harmful to her and also fetus, or we can say that both of the pregnant women and also the baby will be harmed. So by that time only it has been advised to the undergo abortion or the MTP. And what period of time MTP is advised? So at what time this period has been advised, this MTP is been advised. So this MTPs are relatively considered as a safe during the 12th week of pregnancy. So 12th week of pregnancy, that is the first trimester. So Hope you remember in the chapter in human reproduction, you have studied about the development of the fetus, right? You have studied about what? You have studied about the development of the fetus in the first semester. What are all the things going to change in the first, second, third semester, right? So, in the first semester is the safe. There has to, if they undergo the MTP, it is the safe period. That is the first trimester is the safe period to undergo MTP. If they undergo after the first trimester, it is definitely what? It is definitely will be fatal to a mother and also chances of dying. So mother may also chances of dying, and also it may problem to the baby also. So that is the mother may die if they undergo after first trimester. So that is the thing it has to be taken undertake. Sometimes the doctor will not allow or they will not prefer to undergo MTP after the first trimester. That is the thing they have to undergo before the first trimester. So what are the conditions of the medical termination of the pregnancy is legally permitted till 12th weeks on the following conditions. Now we will look into what are all the conditions which will MTP, that is medical termination of pregnancy, is legally permitted till the 12 weeks on the following conditions. So we will look into what are all the following conditions. The first is risk to mother's life. First thing, it is risk to mother's life. Suppose when the mother life is at a risk, so then she will advise for not containing that means not continuing of the pregnancy. By that time they will permit to undergo MTP. So under these conditions the doctor will only advise to undergo MTP. So the first is when the mother's life is what? When the mother's life is in a risk. By that time only they will advise not to continuing the what? Pregnancy. So that is the first condition. Condition to undertake MTP. So the first one is when the risk of mother's life. By that time they will advise to undergo MTP. The second one, when there is a grave injury to physical or the mental health. So that is the second thing. So when there is a grave injury mentally and also physically, by that time they will advise to undergo what? MTP. So for example, or suppose that means the mentally and the physically, when the women are not at all capable to carry out what? To carry out the pregnancy. By that time it has been advised to what? It has been advised to MTP. It has been advised to MTP. So by that time the doctor will advise not to continuing their pregnancy if they are grave injury mentally and also the physically. So third point is if they found any physical and the mental abnormalities in the fetus during the scanning. So third one, I can see where if the doctor will confirm after the what? Scanning and also the blood test. So by that time, if when they undergo the scanning, so if the fetus has been if they have seen any abnormalities, so they will advise to go for the MTPs. So if they found any abnormalities in the fetus during the scanning, by that time they will prefer to undergo MTP. So next will be the next fourth condition, it is the pregnancy resulting from the rape. So you can see nowadays rape, it has been common now. So that means the females are not at all safe to work in any chance. So by that time, if they women, if they undergo the rape, they may result in the pregnancy. By that time, the doctor will advise to go for the MTP. So that is the next condition. That is the pregnancy resulting from the rape. That is the one condition. So next, fifth one is contraception failure. So as I told, when we are talking about the contraceptive methods, so if you use the contraceptive methods, they can avoid the what? Unwanted pregnancy. If it is failure, if it, the contraceptive have been failure, they undergo pregnant. So they will get a chance of pregnancy. By the time, so they can take an advice from the gynecologist, they can undergo what? Termination. That is, they can undergo MTP. So these are the condition. On certain condition only, this doctor will advise to undergo MTP. So first one is the risk of the mother's life. Second one is when there is a grave injury mentally as the physically to the woman. So if they found any abnormalities in the fetus, then in the scanning they can advised to undergo the MTP. So next is the pregnancy resulting from the rape, and the fifth one is the contraceptive failure. So this is about the medical termination of pregnancy. It is very much important. They may ask for 1 marks or the 3 marks. So what do you mean by MTP? MTP is nothing but what? It is a wantedly or the voluntarily terminating a pregnancy. So it is a banned. It is banned and it is not at all advised at any time. So under certain conditions only this MTP has been advised. Now we will look into the next important topic of this human reproductive health. That is nothing but what? Sexually transmitted diseases. So now let us discuss about the sexually transmitted diseases, which is also we can short form that it is STD. So what is this sexually transmitted diseases? So this sexually transmitted diseases is nothing but what? It is transmitted through a infected person during the sexual intercourse. So that is the nothing but what? STD. So and it is not come through the normal person. So that is what? So what do you mean by sexually transmitted diseases? It is nothing but so it is nothing but what? It is nothing but it is a sexually transmitted disease or the diseases that are transmitted through the sexual intercourse by an infected person. And this STD, which is also called as venereal diseases, we can say in the short form VT, or we can also call it as it is a reproductive tract infection, which is also called as RTIS. So sexually transmitted disease means what? It is nothing but what? It is a sexually transmitted disease are the diseases which are transmitted by an infected person during the coitus. So that is nothing but what? Sexually transmitted disease, which is also called as venereal disease, which is, we can say it in a short form, it is VD, and also we call as reproductive tract infection, that is RTIS. So what are all the examples for these sexually transmitted diseases? There are so many examples for this sexually transmitted diseases, that is HIV, hepatitis B, genital herpes and the syphilis and the genital warts and gonorrhea, chlamydiasis and the trichomoniasis, which are all the examples for the sexually transmitted diseases. Now we will see to them what are all the examples for this sexually transmitted diseases. That is, first one is HIV, hepatitis B, genital herpes, genital warts, gonorrhea, chlamydiasis, trichomoniasis and this syphilis. So these are the examples for the what? Sexually transmitted disease. So all you have heard about a dreadful disease called what? AIDS, right? So either it caused due to the sexually transmitted, or it may through the virus, bacteria, or it may be the what? It may be the what? Protozoans. So let us look into how this, as I told, these are the examples for the sexually transmitted disease. So what are the causative vectors or the causative organisms of these diseases? So as we know that HIV, which is caused by HIV virus. Hepatitis B, it is hepatitis virus. Genital herpes, it is a herpes simple virus. Genital warts, it is a human papilloma virus. And gonorrhea, it is caused by the Neisseria gonorrhoeae. So chlamydiasis, it is the Chlamydia trichomatis, that is a bacteria. So next is trichomoniasis, which is a protozoan, and it is caused by the protozoan flagellate. So next is syphilis, it is a Triphonema pallidum. So these are the examples for the sexually transmitted disease and also the causative organism. So the sexually transmitted diseases are spread very fast. So as you all know that STD, it will transmit it very fast. That is almost, you can say that 85% of the age of between 15 to 30 years. 15 to 30 years, this one such diseases which will spread rapidly, that means which will spread very fastly, that is 85% of the age group of 15 to 30 years, it will spread very fastly, right? So that is why it is a very dreadful, it is a very difficult to overcome this sexually transmitted diseases. So what do you mean by STD? It is nothing but what? It is a diseases are transmitted through a sexual intercourse or the sexual course by an infected person. So it is also called as what? It is also called as venereal diseases or the reproductive tract infection. So what are all the examples for the sexually transmitted diseases? It is HIV, hepatitis B, genital herpes, genital warts, gonorrhea, chlamydiasis, trichomoniasis and syphilis. What are the causative organisms of this? HIV. HIV, it is caused by HIV virus, hepatitis by the hepatitis virus, and genital herpes by the herpes simple virus, genital warts which is caused by the human papilloma virus, and gonorrhea, Neisseria gonorrhoeae, and chlamydiasis, that is Chlamydia trichomatis bacteria, and trichomoniasis, it is a protozoan flagellate, and syphilis is caused by the Triphonema pallidum. So these are the causative and also the examples for the sexually transmitted diseases. Next, moving on to the what are all the possible methods of transmission of the STD? This is very much important. They may ask for 1 month. How this HIV is caused by the which one? They will ask for HIV caused by the virus. Like that, they will ask for 1 marks. Next, moving on to this possibilities of transmitting of STD. So what are all the possibilities of transmission of this STD? So we should understand. First, we have to understand how or the why. As I said, these sexually transmitted diseases are spreading very fast. So why they are spreading very fast? So what are all the reasons? So what are all the possible methods of or the mode of transmission? So we have to understand first. So in what mode of this transmission of STD will be caused? So the first and foremost point is by having the sex with unknown person or with a multiple person. They may cause what? STD. So these are the diseases, as I told, STDs are the diseases which are caused due to the what? Due to the sexual intercourse, that is by the infected person. So, by having the sex with unknown partners or the multiple partners, that may lead to what? STD. So, that is the reason, and it is very, very important. And you can see that this is a first mode of transmission. It is a very, very common method of transmission of the diseases from what? From healthy person, from that is they getting a infected, getting diseases from the infected from person to the healthy person. So by having a sex with the unknown person or the multiple person. So second one is the by using the unsterilized needles and the surgical methods. By using unsterilized needle and surgical instruments. So as you will know that, so when we are using with the unsterilized needles, that means they may cause to STD. That is, you may heard about the HIV will be caused by while using the unsterilized needles, right? Like that. So hope you know that this particularly so many of them are use their drugs. That means they use drug users. So they share the needles, right? So they don't use the sterilized needles, or they may unsterilized. Not only that, so not only by sharing unsterilized needles, suppose if the person it has been infected with the STD, so and here he or she has to go, or she has to undergo what? A surgery. So after this surgery, what will happen? All the things, whatever the surgical instrument or whatever the things it is used for the surgery, it has to be sterilized. Then only they can use for the next surgery. So they have to be sterilized, because next surgery has to be happened. So before the next surgery is going to happen, then that is the material, the surgical needles and also the things, instrument which are used for the surgery, it has to be sterilized properly. If not, what will happen? They will definitely, even the healthy person will get a what? STD. Even the healthy person will get what? Diseases. So third point, it is by using an infected blood or the blood products. So as we know that by the time of accident, so the person has to get a blood. So the blood bank has to, if they are providing a blood, they has to undergo certain procedures. That means the blood which are taking, so they have to be infected free. That means if they the blood should not get infected by any of the diseases, and the blood should match to the accident person. So these are the things which has to maintain by the blood bank. So by using that infected blood or the blood products, they may get a what? STD. So that is the point. So at the time of blood transfusion, there are some cases where the person are needed of what? Blood to gain or a loss of blood, they have to go for the blood transfusion. So while transfusing, so they has to undergo a certain test like blood group matching, and also they have to undergo whether the blood has been infected by STD or not. By using that infected blood or the blood products, they may get what? STD. So that is one possibilities of getting a STD, or we can get a AIDS, that very dreadful diseases, that is AIDS. They may get a AIDS also. So that is the another method of transfusion. So next is fourth one, from HIV infected mother, the child, so from the HIV infected mother. So when their mother has been infected by the HIV, when she threw the milk during the breastfeeding, when she started feeding a baby with the milk by a breastfeeding, so they may infect it to a child also. So when she start feeding the milk to the young one, they can infected from the mother. So these are the possibilities of transmission of the STD. So next, moving on to the next thing is in the STD. So what are all the principles to prevent STD? So preventions for the STD. We should study, that means we have studied about the mode of transmission of STD, right? So as we know that for every problem there will be a solutions, right? So now we have to study about the how it has been prevented. That means how this STD, this sexually transmitted disease, can be prevented. So the first and foremost it is that, so as I told, the mode of transmission of STD, that is the first thing. So what is that first thing? We have studied that avoid of sex with the what? With the unknown person, or we can say or the multiple person. As I told earlier that, so this sexual intercourse should be go with the monogamete. So that means with a known person. That means that marriageable couples. So that is we have to avoid with the unwanted. There's unknown person with the coitus. That means they do not undergo any sex with the unknown person or the multiple person, as I told earlier. So better we have to go with the monogamous partner, but because it is a safer. If they undergo unknown person, he may having the STD. That means he may when you are going to with the coitus or the intercourse, so the person may infected with the STD or any other diseases like herpes, genital warts and like that and all. It may cause STD. To avoid all those things, we have to avoid the sex with unknown person or the multiple person. So second one, it is always use of condoms. So as we are in last class, we have studied about what contraceptive methods, right? So right, we have studied about that. So these condoms, which is a rubber like material, where it will avoid the unwanted pregnancy. So it will avoid what? Unwanted pregnancy. So not only it will avoid the unwanted pregnancy, but also it will helps to get STD. That is, it will not get that means undergoes the intercourse, they won't contract with the STDs. That is, sexually transmitted diseases can be prevented by using a condoms. So that is the second point. So third one, it is always use the sterilized disposable needles or the surgical instrument. So always use the sterilized and disposable needles or the surgical instruments. Why? Because so you can see that if the person has been infected with the HIV or any other genital sexually transmitted diseases, if they use same needles to the another person, it may chances of getting diseases. So to avoid all those things, we have to use the sterilized, and once if it is used, it has been disposed. So and disposable needles we have to use. So that is the another point where we can prevent what? STD. So that is the another point. So next point is in case of doubt. So if the person or if she or he may got a doubt that she or she should undergo what a qualified, she has to go with a qualified doctor to get a treatment, and they have to be diagnosed with the diseases. If she feel any symptoms, so if she is getting any symptoms, whatever the STDs are, so she has to, if they undergo any doubt, he or she, so if they undergo any doubts of sexually transmitted disease, first foremost they have to, don't hesitate that she or he is having a HIV. So he has to go and undergo with the diagnosis by the expertise. That is the preventions of the STD. So these are all the preventive measures which we should take or which have to be taken to get STDs. So next, moving on to the symptoms. Now, what are all the symptoms? How we can get to know that means the person has been infected by the what? STD. What are all the symptoms? For the symptoms. So, suppose if a person is infected with the STD, so what will be the symptoms? And as we know that symptoms are, it is not at all same from one person to the another person. It may vary. For example, if you take a cold also, some people have a throat infection first, then they will come a running nose. So it may vary from one person to the another person, right? So the symptoms are may variable. That is the first point. So variable symptoms. So some symptoms are variable. So next is the second point is the most of the time they feel itching. So they feel itching. So if she or he has been infected by STD, they will feel that itching. So where this itching will be caused in the genital area. So it is caused in the genital area. That means there will be a itching in the genital region, and also the fluid discharge. Fluid discharge in the genital area. So when they got to have a itching, then they will come with the fluid discharge with the in the genital area. So and also there will be a swelling in the genital area. Itching, fluid discharge, and also swelling which will be found in the genital area. So these are the symptoms. And you can see also sometimes the female. So in females they may not often, that means they are asymptomatic. That means the females they cannot detect the symptoms. So that is why the females they may be asymptomatic. That is the reason the diseases are undetectable. So hence they remain undetected for the long time. So in females it is very difficult to detect these symptoms. So these are the symptoms. Now look into the complications. What are all the complications? The first complication is the pelvic inflammatory diseases. Pelvic inflammatory diseases, which is also we can write in short form that PID. So it is one of the complications we can found in the infected person. There may be the pelvic region which will be inflamed. So that is the thing. So if the person, she is a pregnant, when she undergo with the STD, so what will happen? They leads to the abortion also. So third point is they are ectotopic pregnancy. Ectotopic pregnancies. So what do you mean by ectotopic pregnancy? A pregnancy in which the fertilized egg implants outside the uterus. That means the fertilized egg has been inserted. So implants outside the uterus. That is, the fertilized egg cannot survive. So as we know that when the fertilized egg has been fertilized egg has been implanted outside the uterus, it cannot be survived. So if they left like that only, what will happen? So they will grow and it may damage the nearby organ and also cause the life-threatening damages, and also there will be loss of blood from the part. So that is the one complication, that is ectopic pregnancy. So fourth one is infertility. So infertility we will deal with the next session. So next way, it may leads to cancer. So you can find the cancer in the reproductive tract. So these are all the symptoms and the complications of the STD. And hope you remember all these things are very much important, and it is not also for the point of the exam. So when you come across all those things, it may it may at least to know it will gain the knowledge about all those things, right? So next class we will deal with the infertility.